Shu Mai, skinny, insect-like movements. Shu Mai runs the trade group. It controls planets with resources, mining operations, shipping roads. She gets a seat on the Separatist Council because she can cut the Republic's supplies and feed the Separatist war machine without ever firing a shot. Her droid security forces are so strong, if a planet signs a bad deal with Shu Mai, they find themselves in big trouble. During the war, she sits at the planning table, always thinking which routes to close, which peaceful systems can be pressured to make them join the Separatist cause. Her loyalty is to money. When it ends, she's asked to Mustafar. She walks in, maybe already drafting her next contract in her head. Vader's here. The mood changes, and she's killed. Tachume. Tachume rules the Hapes Consortium. She's in war for power, history, control. Killed her own kids and son's wife when they didn't fit her vision. Opened Hapes' borders to the galaxy only when it served her. When her son wants to marry a Jedi, Leia, she pretends to agree, but plans murder on the side. The plan never works. She loses control but still keeps working through spies and alliances, and she just keeps planning. During the Yuuzhan Vong War, she's trying to put her own people in place of the rules, works her network, pushes poison, lays plans for the crown. One failed murder later, she's under house arrest. Then baby great-granddaughter appears. Jedi kid, threat to everything she's built. She tries again, orders an assassination. Kid survives. Great-grandbaby's father uses the Force to give Ta her last breath. She never gets up again. Durge. Durge's a Jedi and hates Jedi. That means his body's basically a bag of muscle that can heal from almost anything. You can burn him, slice him, crush him, and he'll be fine again. It makes him perfect for the Confederacy's dirtiest jobs. When the Clone Wars explode, Durge signs on with the Separatists mostly for the chance to kill clones and Jedi. His first big mark on the war, Munilist. He comes out in heavy battle armor, leading a charge straight into the heart of the Republic's lines. Even fights Obi-Wan Kenobi one-on-one and survives, though Kenobi blasts him into space for the trouble. Doesn't kill him, just sends him drifting for years. Durge's style is simple. Brute force. He's the kind of monster you never really get rid of. Kalani. Kalani's a smart droid. He's designed for winning battles through exact planning. Kalani takes command during the Clone Wars and starts adding to Separatist wins. Onderon, his showcase. He turns the planet into a fortress, backing a fake king while crushing the local resistance. It works, until the Jedi train up Saw Gerrera's fighters and drag the Republic in. He pulls back when he knows the fight's done, keeping his troops safe. Where most Separatist leaders die when the war ends, Kalani keeps going. The shutdown order for the droid army, he ignores it, goes dark instead, hides his forces, keeps training. Decades later, Rebels era, he's still around, running fake wars on Agamar. Only reason he doesn't kill Ezra, Kanan, and Rex is because his own logic admits the math works better teaming up to escape the Empire. After that, he disappears again. Aut-O. Aut-O's the Separatist commander who grabs Rylith when the chance comes. Aut-O wants control of the entire Twi'lek homeworld. His play is brutal. Steps in after Wat Tember's forces are pushed back, builds up the capital and tries to tighten Separatist control by taking Rylith's resources. The difference with Aut-O, he talks to his enemies in a rude way. He mocks Cham Syndulla, says he'll destroy everything if they don't give up. But like most droid leaders, he underestimates local fighters. Syndulla and the Free Rylith people rally. The Republic pushes in, and Aut-O's defense starts collapsing. When defeat's obvious, he tries to negotiate for his own survival. Doesn't work. He's caught. Riff Tamson has a shark-like face. Tamsons are Karkarodon. When the Clone Wars spill into Mon Cala's waters, Dooku sends Tamson to take control. He backs a Separatist takeover, arms the Quarren, and turns the seabed into a war zone. Tamson fights direct. In underwater combat, he's unbeatable and faster than any clone diver, strong enough to tear the armor with his jaws. He carries mines shaped like spikes and plants them on enemies. His strategy's fear, and for a while it works. Mon Cala's on the edge of falling completely, but Jedi, Republic forces, and Mon Calamari loyalists turn it around. When the final battle hits, Tamson says he won't back down. He goes straight for Prince Lee Char, thinking one kill will seal the win. Instead, the prince flips the plan, turns Tamson's own mind trick back on him. One explosion, pieces of the Separatist commander drifting in the water. Lord Durge's a Neomodian, the kind of Separatist commander who thinks his inventions will protect him. He's trying to leave his mark on the war by building the defoliator, perfect for clearing a battlefield so Separatist forces can go in without anyone stopping them. He gets his test run on Maridu. He thought, it's a sure win. The Republic can't risk soldiers in the open, Separatists walk in, game over. But like a lot of Separatist commanders, he underestimates Jedi. Anakin, Ahsoka, and and the other clones complete a hit on his forces before the cannon can turn the fight. Durge's confidence falls the moment his droids start falling. He's caught alive, dragged into Republic hands, and just like that, the defoliator's a failure. Commanders. These are older battle droid leaders from before B1 units were made in huge numbers for the war. Commanders have yellow paint and a bit more brain power than normal droids. They show up a lot in the early battles. Naboo, Rylith, Christophsis, you'd see an in front holding a blaster and shouting the same orders over and over. Their job is to keep the squad together until the bigger units get there. Most of the time, a Jedi cuts through them easily. A few do okay, changing plans, sneaking around the sides, or holding a spot longer. As the war goes on, the Separatists replace them with B1 commanders. By the middle of the Clone Wars, the ones still around are stuck in remote parts leading broken squads. B1 commanders. If commanders are the old guard, B1 commanders are the cheap and plenty replacement. Basic droid brains painted with yellow stripes. Not smarter than their squads, but they're just set up with a bit better battle plan and a louder voice. These guys show up in nearly every Separatist battle past year 1 of the Clone Wars. You'll see him leading waves of droids on Geonosis, pointing at targets on Felucia, screaming Roger Roger. Whatever the smart droid or living leader says, the B1 commander just repeats it to the rest of the droids. They're forgettable and replaceable. General Mar Tuuk. Mar Tuuk was a Neomodian, but wasn't a coward. This guy could actually think. The Separatists threw him into space battles and he delivered, especially during the attack on Rylith. Tuuk studied his opponents like a hunter waiting for the exact wrong move. He didn't panic when Anakin Skywalker showed up, he adapted and set traps. And it worked for a while. His attack held long enough to choke Rylith. Tuuk didn't waste assets. If he pulled back, it was because he was setting you up later. If he pushed forward, it was because he already knew what you'd do. That made him dangerous. But when the Republic fleet broke through with courage and Tuuk's plan broke, he disappeared.